This is Jason Statham tier ranking list. Hey guys, welcome to another tier ranking. Welcome to my tier ranking for Jason Statham. Jason Statham, man, he's played in a lot of movies, like quite a bit. And I thought I'd do a tier ranking of all the movies I've seen that has Jason Statham in it. He's played in more movies than I got here, but these are all the ones I've seen. Believe it or not, I've seen a lot of Jason Statham movies. And yeah, if you know Jason Statham, his filmography, he hasn't played in a lot of good movies. Like, I don't hate Jason Statham. I don't I don't dislike him. I don't love him. I'm not like a fan, but I'm always curious to see what kind of movie he's gonna play in. And sometimes he plays in some bangers and surprisingly intriguing, intense, enjoyable films. But sadly, most of his movies suck. Is it the fault of him? Well, kinda sometimes, but bad decision making, just, I don't know, paycheck movies, and no offense, Jason Statham isn't like a top notch actor or anything, but I digress. Let's just get into my personal tier ranking for Jason Statham. I have A, there is no S tier for Jason Statham. I don't even know if there'll be an A tier for Jason Statham. There'll be plenty in the D's and the F's and the C's, though. I think those will be the stacked categories for Jason Statham. I'm gonna just put the Fast and the Furious movies. I've already done a tier ranking of the Fast and Furious movies. I don't even remember where I put them all because they're all very generic, especially the ones Jason Statham's in. Fast X was a D. I didn't really like it. You know, Jason Momoa is clearly having fun with it. Hobbs and Shaw was pretty stupid. Furious 7, I didn't think that was that good. F9 was a piece of shit. Fate Furious was a piece of shit. Where's the other one? He was in Fast and Furious 6, right? Where did I put Fast and the Furious 6? Did I put it on here? Did I forget Fast and the Furious? No, he's not in Fast. He's in the end credits of Fast and Furious 6. I guess that's why I didn't put it on here. Well, those are his Fast and Furious movies then. Alright, let's start with his other trilogy movie, the Transporter movies. The first Transporter is actually pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed the first Transporter. Frank Martin transports. Rule number 1, don't look in the package. I think the first one's fun. It's exciting. It's got some fun action sequences. Frank Martin's kind of a mysterious, intriguing protagonist. And yeah, it's like a solid 95 high-octane action thriller that works. And Transporter 2 is fun too. It has a really stupid moment with the car and the bomb. What a stupid moment, but I think all the scenes with him helping the family out with the kid and everything is good. I feel like he was, again, putting effort into it, and I think Transporter 2 is okay. Transporter 3, though, is complete dog shit. Some of the worst shaky cam, some of the worst car chases I've ever seen in an action movie. It's almost embarrassing watching the film. And let's get to the Expendables. This is another big franchise movie. Not a fan of the Expendables. The first one is not very good. I remember when the trailer came out for the first Expendables, and I was so excited for this movie. I'm like, oh my god, Jet Li, Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Mickey Rourke, all these wrestlers. This is gonna be amazing. It sucked. And it came out the same week as Scott Pilgrim. And this movie did super well because of the cast. And then nobody saw Scott Pilgrim, which was a fucking great movie. The second one is easily the best. I think it has fun, bloody, brutal action, and it's cool to see Chuck Norris. But Van Damme, what terrible villain. The corny lines like, I'll be back. Get it? I've seen Terminator. It's so funny. Really cringe, but there's some fun goofiness to it. However, 3 and 4 are both trash movies. Just trash films. And any other sequel kind of movies? Crank. The first Crank is okay. It's so crazy out there. Just it's fucking nuts, and it kind of embraces the craziness, and it's enjoyable. I think the sequel gets a little too crazy for me. Yeah. And then The Mechanic. I hate both Mechanic movies. I think they both suck. And is that it? Oh, The Meg. First Meg, not that great. Second one, even worse. It's not a shark. It's a megalodon. Spy. Spy is Jason Statham just being hilarious, and just Jason Statham in the movie plays a satire of Jason Statham, and that's fucking funny. He carries this movie, and Jason Statham never carries any movie really, and he's awesome in this movie. And it's a Paul Feig movie, which I'm very hit and miss, mostly miss with Paul Feig. I think Spy and Bridesmaids are the only like Paul Feig movies I like. Melissa McCarthy is okay, and Rose Byrne is funny, but Jason Statham carries the film. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I fucking love this movie. This is probably one of my favorite Guy Ritchie movies. I love it. I think it's so funny. It's just a really twisted crime movie. Statham and Vinnie Jones crushing this movie, and it's fucking awesome. Revolver. This is a shitty Guy Ritchie movie. Killer Elite. This is a shitty movie too. The Italian Job. Italian Job's a good movie. I enjoy The Italian Job. It's a remake of an old classic movie, which I was never really a big fan of. But yeah, I enjoy The Italian Job. It's a good like heist movie, big cast. It's got Jason Statham, Seth Green, Charlize Theron, Donald Sutherland, Edward Norton, Mark Wahlberg. All really good. Death Race. Death Race is it's not very good. Ghosts of Mars, the worst John Carpenter movie, hands down. Snatch. Snatch is good. Snatch is a really fun movie. I love Brad Pitt in this movie, though. Brad Pitt kills it. Safe. This is like one of these like Jason Statham movies. Like I completely forget what the fuck happened in it. I remember watching it, but I'm like, what happened? Super forgettable. Same with like Parker. That's like one of those ones too. The Bank Job. Okay, The Bank Job. The Bank Job was really good. I'll go B. It's a good movie. It actually is a serious crime thriller, and Jason Statham actually is playing a good role in a legit real role. So, yeah. London, the only like Jason Statham movie that doesn't feel like a Jason Statham movie, but it's not very good. And then The King, one of the worst video game adaptations you will ever watch. War, a movie that had so much potential, a war between the Yakuza and the Triads, starring Jason Statham and Jet Li. Yet it is a generic, boring, crap-ass action movie. Romeo and Juliet, pretty bad kids movie. Operation Fortune, I enjoyed. I think it's a fun Guy Ritchie movie. Really enjoyed. Wrath of Man. Wrath of Man, I really fucking dig the shit out of this movie. This is probably the most surprising Jason Statham movie. I didn't expect anything from it. I thought it'd be either like a silly, goofy Guy Ritchie movie, or just a boring, generic film, but it was raw, it was deep, it was brutal, and just, I had a lot of twists that I didn't see coming, and just, it was a legit, just real gritty film. It felt like more like a Michael Mann movie than a Guy Ritchie movie. So pleasantly surprised with Wrath of Man. Cellular. I like Cellular. I think it's an underrated, fun thriller. Very early Chris Evans role. Really good movie. The One. Okay, I'm putting The One in B. This movie is so bad. It is complete shit. It makes no sense. I love every second of it. I love this movie. I love it. It's Jet Li playing two different characters, one bad, one good, and my God, Jet Li's performance as Shootlaw is comedic gold. The movie is so bad, it's hilarious. It's truly, it's so good. And Homefront, underrated. I actually really think Homefront's a very good movie. I think James Franco is very good in this movie, and I actually think Jason Statham is very good in the movie. Beekeeper did a whole review of it. Super fun film. There you go. Like I told you. I knew the D and the F would be stacked. You know what? Well, like, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Alright, I think Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is his best movie. Wrath of Man. For the B tier, I'm going to put The Bank Job at the top for the B tier. Then Transporter, Italian Job, Operation Fortune, Spy, Homefront, Snatch, Spin Cellular. There we go. Bam. I'm not going to switch anything in D because they're all just generic. And for F, as long as Into the Name of the King and Ghost Mars at the end, those are his worst piece of shit films. There we go. Very easy tier ranking. So there you go. That's my tier ranking for Jason Statham movies. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite and least favorite Jason Statham movie. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. And join the dark side.